Hello, Cancer. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Cassandra. I'm the witch, the spiritualist, the founder, and creator of Magic of Eden. I am also a published author, writer, and poet, here to help you reclaim your divinity by merging the arts of poetry and magic. And if you guys are returning, hey fam, I am always excited to be in your presence. It is always good to be in good love and have vibes and a good spirit with you all. And this message serves as a timeless, prophetic, intuitive message for Cancer. No matter where you are, no matter what time it is, no matter what you're doing right now, I set the intention now that you receive this with open arms, that you feel carried, that you feel loved, that you feel protected, and I also set the intention that you receive what is for you and that you discard what is not. Spirit, thank you so much for allowing us this time to simply dwell together and for me to be the vessel that relays any messages that Cancer needs to hear right now. I set the intention that they receive whatever is for their greatest best and that they discard what is not for them. Thank you so much for protecting this space, for protecting myself, for protecting the people listening and tuning into this message. And we honor you. We love you. Ashe, Asheo. Okay, guys. So let's go ahead and get started with your reading. So as you can see, I actually changed up the vibes. So if you go back and look at the previous two videos that were up, you'll see that the tarot cards are different. So for you, we're going to be working with the Mermaid Tarot. It just makes sense, of course. Obviously, it does make sense, right? So we're just going to go with that. The first thing that I do want to say about your reading is that one of the words that I heard was relax. I heard rest. I heard relaxation. I heard in between worlds. And there was something about coming through about comfort food that was coming through. And I also heard, for whatever reason, that you may want to talk to a friend who is very grounded or who is an earth sign, specifically calling out for Capricorn and Virgo, perhaps. But any of the earth signs will do. Of course, there's some type of support that may be needed, some type of counsel that you may need, perhaps, or maybe you've been feeling lost, or, you know, maybe you've been feeling a bit overwhelmed with some things, or maybe it's just time for you to just simply let go. There's something about, specifically about letting go, and there's this image of like you going back and forth between what was and what you want to be, and it's like you're stuck in this, it's like you're stuck between the two. It's like almost kind of like indecision is what I'm also hearing, like indecision. If you guys hear anything in the background, please keep in mind that I do have kids, and also this candle that I got from Target is very loud, so I don't know what's up with that. It's a wood wick candle, so that's pretty fun. Excuse me. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. I already have your oracle cards here, so I have not looked at these yet. Of course, they're gonna come as a surprise to me. Well, a surprise and not a surprise, but a surprise though, because I haven't seen them yet. Alright, Spirit, what is it that you want Cancer to hear right now? I don't know why this feels like a relationship or some type of one-on-one connection. Is what it almost kind of feels like for some of you. Like, do I stay? Do I leave? I also heard something about abuse when I was doing the messages, and I was just like, I wonder why that's coming through. I wonder what Spirit means by that. The first card to show face was the Six of Swords. Yep, it's definitely one of those things where it's hard to move forward in a very specific direction because it takes so much energy, and it just takes, it just kind of feels like you guys are just weighed down. Like, you just feel weighed down. It just feels like so much pressure is going on. Like, you've been like, out of balance, like out of whack. I don't know why I just feel the need to just be quiet. Like, there's this need to just be quiet and reconnect. And it's interesting that I say that because right when I said that, I actually did see the star card here. And funny enough, you actually did get the King of Pentacles, which, like I said, I do feel that there is some type of support that is 100% needed from someone who's grounded. And remember when I said there was something about, like, you maybe, like, seeking counsel? 100%. Whenever a king or a queen shows up, they definitely do give some type of amazing, counsel, because they've been there, they've done that, they've seen it, they've seen a lot, they've learned a lot. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I keep having to clear my throat. That's kind of wild. And this did not happen until I did your reading, I swear. So maybe this could be something about, like, throat chakra energies coming through. There's a lot of, like, wounds going on with Cancer right now. I think you guys are going through a major transition and major healing. And I also am hearing Spirit say that there is a breakthrough that is coming. There's something that you keep going after. I actually just I have to pick up 2 cards that fell on the floor. So I'm picking those up right now. Yep. You got the Hierophant that fell here. You got the Hierophant that fell, and also the Royal card that fell. These are the cards that fell on the floor that I had to go and get. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and take a moment to look and just tune into the energy, because it really does feel heavy. I think that some of you guys, and I can feel that you're just not in a space where I don't feel like you guys are happy. I feel like some of you guys are just not feeling it. I think I just heard the words, like when I looked at the King of Swords, I did hear that some of you guys may feel closed off. It's interesting because you have the King of Swords here and you have the King of Pentacles here. These two, for whatever reason, I feel are opposing factors. They're just simply not in agreement with each other. One wants to be fixed in the mindset, and then the other is trying to get the other to see with reason. Funny enough, I feel that the King of Pentacles is the one trying to get the King of Swords to see with reason. And for whatever reason, the King of Swords is just not seeing eye to eye. For whatever reason, like, he's just not with it. So this could be you dealing with someone who is just, it's really hard to get through to them, and it's draining. I don't know why this feels like it's just draining. And a part of you may feel like you're not happy with what's going on immediately with, like, the family dynamic, or some of you guys may not feel fully confident in your ability to show up because of how draining the situation has been and how it feels. I feel that some of you guys are, like, losing your way, and the reason is because when the family dynamic is out of whack, or when something that you care about or someone that you care about is not in alignment with you, it kind of knocks you off your path. It kind of knocks you off your course. And I do feel that it's 100% because you are someone who is outstandingly gifted and sensitive. And I really do feel that, obviously, I say this all the time for you guys, is that you draw your power from your emotional body. And I also think that for whatever reason, I'm hearing Spirit say for you to fall back into the void. So this means to allow yourself to kind of dwell into the space of the unknown. But this unknown is the gray area in which all things exist. It's neither black nor white. It's neither right nor wrong. It just exists. It just is. It's just existence. And I feel that Spirit is saying that instead of you being in between worlds, it's like you're kind of stuck in the past and you're stuck in the future, and you're having a really hard time being present. And I feel that Spirit is saying for you to fall into the void so that you can experience connectedness in the moment, because there's so many things that are going on. I do feel that there has been a major disruption, and you may feel like limited or prohibited, or you may feel like your willpower just isn't as strong as it used to be. And Spirit is saying that if you are looking for a sign to move forward and get yourself out of this situation, then Spirit is saying that you honor that, because at the end of the day, you are someone more than likely who continuously pours out to others. You are cardinal, and you are also a water sign. So when it comes to family, when it comes to the people that you love, you will go out of your way to make sure that they are comfortable. You will go out of your way to make sure that everyone is accounted for, that you're there, that you're the shoulder to cry on. And it's almost kind of like you create this safe space for people to feel this. For example, you would be the one that will build a fountain from scratch in order to allow people to pour their tears out, and you would be the one to bless it, and you'd be the one to make magic out of that. And I feel that that is such an amazing, beautiful gift to have. And I'm hearing that some of you guys feel like you're being taken for granted, and you're not crazy. Some of you guys may have felt that you have been experiencing some type of manipulation. That's what I'm hearing. Like someone has been attempting to manipulate you, and even though you know better, it's almost kind of like you give this person or these people the benefit of the doubt because you feel, well, they really don't know better. At the end of the day, these are adults that you're dealing with, and you do not have to hold yourself emotionally responsible for these people because it's draining you. And I do feel that you, to me, are out of alignment with who you are to your core. You're out of alignment with, or you may feel as though you're out of alignment with your inner star. And I really do feel that some of you are losing your way. I do feel that right now is 100% a time where you can call in the power of prayer, and not even call in the power of prayer, but call in what it is that you need through the power of prayer. And this is not to say that you have to be Christian. You don't have to be of any religion to pray. If anything, prayers are just simply you speaking out to your higher self or to God or whoever in order to make things change and manifest. Although in prayer, you normally ask for permission, you ask for help and things of that nature. In this sense, what I'll say is that there's something very powerful about prayer for you. You being able to pray and call out to your God saying, please help to deliver me from whatever it is that I'm going through. I see you working your magic using a divine healing fixed candle. And I'm not just saying that because I have it in my shop. I'm saying that because that's what it feels like. It feels like there's some type of healing that is needed. And one of the things that I absolutely do love about the divine healing fixed candle in my apothecary is that it definitely does help you with healing, and it really does help you to connect more with your guides and to give the burdens, to give the things that you are feeling to God, and you give them to your angels, your ancestors, to whoever is helping you, and they work their magic and they do what they do in the spiritual realm to help us move mountains here in the physical realm. So I really do feel that right now you're in a space where you're being asked to call your power back, and you can do so through prayer. There's something about you holding on to some type of hurt or pain that you've experienced, and what Spirit is saying is that you more than likely allowed this because there is a boundary that you did not set. There's some boundary that you did not set, or there was a boundary that you set that someone impeded on, that they just kind of climbed over. I see someone climbing over a gate, and it specifically said do not enter. They crossed that boundary. So whatever happens after that just kind of happens after that. That's Spirit is saying that's none of your business. Let what's going to happen is going to happen. There seems to be a spiritual team that is surrounding you right now that is taking everything into account. You may have called out to the spirit team. Just know that your spirit team is not responding. I think that in actuality, what they're saying is that we've already responded. It's just taking a little bit to reach you in the spiritual world, because here in our world, things don't move as slowly as they do for you. Things move faster relative to you. So because we are in an intangible realm, we are pure energy, it happens with us first, and it reaches you later because of the way the slowed vibrations that you guys experience there in that realm. These are the words that I'm hearing right now. So the working has already been done, and what I'm hearing is that it's going to start to manifest. It's going to start to manifest. I do feel that during this time, there's something very specific about comfort food and you allowing yourself to not overindulge, but I'm seeing something about like pho or hot or some type of soup where you can feel more cozy, and I see you kind of just there's someone that I'm seeing that has like this blanket. They're surrounded by candlelight. There's some pho on the table, and they're just having the time of their life, just like looking at some shows or whatever. What shows are playing, I have no idea. I heard something about the Hunger Games. They're like a romance movie. Something that keeps you, something that gives you comfort. I don't really know why Hunger Games came through. I think that's code for something. But moving forward, I feel like with the Hierophant here and with the World card here, this is also you going into a space where after you've got whatever counsel you need. No, I don't want to say that. What I do want to say is that some of you guys are guided to seek your own counsel, meaning that you already know. So it's time for you to just simply trust yourself and know that you are ready to step out and move forward from this relationship. Spirit is saying that leaving may hurt you, but it's the best thing that you could do for yourself and for the other party. Leaving may hurt them, or it may cause some type of cataclysmic energies, what Spirit is saying, or some type of shock. At the same time, this is the best thing that you can do for yourself, and this is the best thing that you can do for them, because when you leave, you both grow. When you leave, all of you grow. At the same time, there may be some people who may be stuck, and at the end of the day, that is a spell that they cast on themselves. But why should you allow yourself to cast the same spell when you're asking for growth? So sometimes this means moving on, and even though it may hurt you, Spirit is saying to let the tears fall, let the tears flow. You draw power so much there's power that you draw from your tears. And I really do feel that Spirit is urging you and asking you to make sure that you are doing whatever rituals that are needed in order to help you move forward and move past. There's no need to be in between worlds. It's like this energy where it's like there's some things that happen before that happened in the past, and it's hard for you to let those things go. The more you allow yourself to stay in this past, the more you prohibit yourself. And it's so interesting, because what Spirit is saying is that sometimes the people in your present are your past. And in order for you to move into the future, you have to move into the now, which means that now will be the time for you to move forward, to pivot, to allow that energy to just stay where it is, and then you move so that you can be ushered into this new way of life and way of being. And it's so interesting because, again, Spirit is saying emphasis on the fact that the people that are in your present right now, or some of them or one of them, that you are looking at your past, meaning that energetically you're moving forward. Now it's time for you to physically do so for some of you guys. Now, if this is not a person that you're moving away from, it could be a habit, it could be a mindset, it could be a belief that you've had about yourself, it could be whatever. But there's something that you're moving away from, because again, the goal here is to get back into alignment. And Spirit just said to reconsider what happiness means to you, reconsider what fulfillment looks like to you, because for so long some of you guys' fulfillment and love and success and whatever it is has been rooted in the belief of someone else and what they see for you. And now Spirit is saying that it's time for you to figure it out what that means for yourself. The reason why Spirit said for you to go and talk to an earth sign is because they can help. Whoever it is that's down to earth can help you to tap into this feeling of support, and they can also support you as you're on this journey. So I do feel right now that Spirit again wants you to know that if you've been looking for a sign to move forward, this is your sign. There are some things that I do see coming back around to bring back balance. I just heard all debts have been paid off. It's so interesting because you do have the Two of Swords here, which is interesting because I did see that in my third eye earlier. The Two of Swords here, it's like this indecision. Do I stay? Do I go? You know what to do. The Five of Swords here to me is suggesting that don't let anyone manipulate you and make you feel that you're wrong for doing what you know is right for you. And I do feel that, and yeah, exactly, because there's been so many times where you felt alone, where you felt unhappy, where you just felt like, I just can't do this. But why do I stay? And Spirit is asking you, well, why do you stay? Is it because you feel that your identity will crash or will be demolished? Or I'm looking for the word. Or do you feel that your identity will be challenged if you left this person or people or group or thing? It's almost kind of like some of you guys' identity was around this relationship or this And forgive me for coming off so straightforward. That's just the way that the messages are coming through. So forgive me for that. I don't mean to be harsh in any way at all. Okay? It's almost kind of like some of you guys have created this identity, or your identity was all about the relationship, or like you got wrapped up so far into this thing that you forgot who you were. Spirit is saying that you are getting ready to return to yourself. That is the reason why you feel that things are falling apart. And you do have my love and my support, by the way. I just want you to know that. Okay. We are going to go ahead and move into your oracle cards. Okay, so we have Scorpius Retribution. The card here. You have Sirius Dog Star Consistency. I love that. You have Music. You have Music. It's so interesting because this is bringing me to like a siren song. So interesting. To the sea. To the sea. Yep. Between worlds. Between worlds. Like, come on. I love that. Like, that's not... Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay, so we have Come to the Edge. Come to the Edge. I'm so here for that. Come to the Edge. You also have Agarine. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. That sounds very complicated. Or I just can't read one of those. Okay, so Kyanite is the other one, and you also have Moldavite. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, I'm going to read out of the book for your crystal card. So, yeah, just be mindful of that. I'm going to pull the book out in a second. But what I want to say is, again, yeah, we have this Between Worlds here, which does 100% make sense. Now, as far as like Scorpius Retribution, for whatever reason, I feel that this is not you being this way. I feel that this is someone else being this way towards you. There's this element of like jealousy and hatred and angst and just unlikingness for you for whatever reason. And I think it's because they know that, oh my goodness, what's coming through is something about narcissistic behavior and someone being very narcissistic towards you, them manipulating you into believing that you're nothing because they want you to stay. And I do feel like this could be a job being verbally abusive. I did hear something about abuse earlier. You may be around people who come off as very verbally, emotionally abusive, or you may even, hopefully not, be in a situation where your spouse is physically abusive. I do not encourage you to stay in any situation where you are harmed. I do 100% believe and feel that it would be wise for you to seek legal help so that you can get yourself out of that situation should you be actually in that situation. I do not hope that for you. And my heart does go out to you, and I'm hoping the best for your safety, for real. Like, I'm not even kidding. I feel like I want to say that again, that you may be dealing with people who have like venomous and poisonous energy, and it's very contagious. And these are people or things that you want to stay away from. There's something about shellfish that's coming through. You want to be careful. There's something about an allergy coming through as well, where I don't know exactly fully how allergies work, but I just heard the word developed. I don't know if this is an allergy that you've developed over time, or if this is something that you've been dealing with, but there's some type of allergy to like peanuts and shellfish. So just be on the lookout of that. Be careful what you're putting into your body and things like that. But anyways, yes, there is an energy here that does seem to be a bit poisonous and venomous because of the way that they view you, and they feel that they are nothing without you, but in turn they make you believe that you're nothing without them, but it's vice versa. Does that make sense? I do feel that there is a beautiful outlet here where you can use the power of music and sound to call and to set your intention. You may be a singer, you may be someone who wants to be a singer. Spirit is saying that you're looking for a sign, this is it, that you want to get yourself back into music, because the creative arts and sound healing, it's not even just with singing, it's also singing bowls, some type of singing instrument that you can listen to or practice or use. I do feel that these are different things that you can do to help with your healing process and to help you to move forward. I do see here that there is consistency is needed. So basically what I do feel is that the more time that you put into your healing, the better chances you have at actually getting into the space where you want to be. So there's this element of consistency here. I do feel that Spirit is asking you to just simply come on over, because even though you're afraid, there's nothing for you to fear. Trust yourself a lot more, because you do have what it takes. There's no need for you to feel like you're where you have to prohibit yourself. If you feel that you don't want to travel right now, 100%, you don't need to, you don't have to. If you do travel, make sure that, I just heard jellyfish, be careful where you're at. If you're at a beach, you don't want to get stung by a jellyfish or anything like that, because sometimes they can be clear and see-through. You can't see them. So just be mindful of that. But yeah, Spirit is saying that it wants you to come to the edge, to go out on this new voyage. I don't know why, but Moana's coming through. There may be something about that Disney movie that you may want to watch, or you can research the actual factual stuff regarding that. Okay, so what I do feel, I don't know why I'm hearing the word Pacific Islander, or there's something about Samoa that's coming through, or like Hawaii. There's something about the islands that are coming through right now. I don't know why, I'm hearing there's just like this sense of urgency. It's almost kind of like someone's being called to go home. I'm hearing to go to the motherland. It needs help. It needs you. Some of you guys have family and ancestry where your ancestors are from the islands. I don't know why I'm also hearing Polynesian. If I'm not politically correct, I 100% apologize. I do not mean to be politically incorrect. I understand that talking about these things can be very sensitive. Please politely educate me if I am not speaking in these terms correctly. Okay, I am open to feedback. I am open to learning. So if I'm not being politically correct, please help me to understand more. But there's something about people that are from the islands, specifically people that are Hawaiian, Samoan. There's something about you guys going home. There's something about the Philippines coming through. I'm not sure what that's about, but there's something about the Philippines. Someone here, in between worlds, this card is also bringing me to biracial individuals. I don't know what's up with that, but you may be someone who was biracial, picking and choosing, okay, well, who do I choose? Like, this part of the family makes me feel like shit. This part of the family makes me feel like shit. I'm not black enough. I'm not Filipino enough. Like, what the hell? And it's like Spirit is saying to create your own dynamic. You were here to bring worlds together. It's so interesting, because I do feel that, wow, Aquaman's coming through. There's something about you being able to use your gifts to bring worlds together. This does feel, for some of you guys, very political. I don't know if this is an interference coming through right now for the world, or if this is you specifically. Just take it as it resonates. Leave what doesn't work. And you can also take these as metaphors, okay? But that's what I heard with those, that's what I heard with that. This feels very tribal. I'm hearing tribal music, ceremonial music, drums beating, and there's something, like, my body has so many chills right now. There's like this cultural dance that people do. Remember in Moana where Dwayne Johnson's character Maui, when he was actually doing the dance where he was preparing, I think it may have been the dance where he was preparing for battle or something against Taka, I believe. Now, I know that this sounds very like childish with me doing this, but this is literally the only knowledge that I have, and I'm terribly sorry, and I don't mean to offend anyone. There's just something very specific or very real about what he was doing. I'm hearing something about a war call, so you may want to reach out to your family to see. Maybe you feel that you are at war with something and that you need your family. There's something very specific about the masculinity in the family that needs to be like rewired or like upheld, or this is you reaching out to the masculine figures in your family to help you through whatever situation that you're in right now. There's something about this very protective force that's here to help you. Okay, whew. All right. That was intense. That was really intense. Okay. We're going to go ahead and continue on with number 1. If you guys hear stuff in the background, it's because my kids are here. Okay, here we go. Integrity, solidarity, impeccability, reliability, consistency. Wow, look at that. Consistency twice. Okay, although we are always evolving, we all possess deeply held values that we do not have to compromise. Your personal integrity matters, so if you're feeling pressure to say yes when your heart says no, or to be something you're not, listen to the message Egerine Spirit brings you now. Now is the time to remember the importance of being reliable and impeccable with your word. If you really wanted to say no, don't say yes for now, and try to correct your mistake later. People may struggle to accept your truth and your decisions, but stick to them. Be solid and consistent, because what matters to you deep down matters to the conscious universe who loves you. If you are feeling unsure, doubting whether you have a right to take a stand, become still, reconnect with the conscious universe through this crystal. It's not your job to protect everyone's feelings and keep the peace at all costs. You do not have to rush about everything over. You do not have to rush about smoothing everything over. Be at peace as you stand firm, for your deepest values are in sync with your purpose, and the conscious universe wants you to feel and be strong right now. Relationship message. Do you struggle with trusting others? You need to trust yourself first. Agrine Spirit is calling you to be confident, for you deserve to trust yourself, trust the universe, and be true to yourself. Your strength and integrity will inspire others to show up as strong and reliable too. So be impeccable with your words. Consistently assert the values you hold dear and your right to be your own unique self, for there can be no well-being when you are denying your truth. Be a beacon of integrity, and you will draw to you others who appreciate you. I really do feel that this consistency means you continuing to keep your word on loving yourself. You continuing to keep your word as it pertains to you being able to not just move forward, but live fully into your truth. If that means you leaving, that means Spirit is saying also is like, don't say that you're going to leave and then you go back and like, you know what, I just can't do it. I'll just stay. Maybe I'll just stay a little bit longer. No, because the more that you're inconsistent with that, the less seriously you're taken. And so Spirit is saying that in order for you to be taken more seriously, be consistent and follow through with what you're setting intention for, and the fact that you again just stay consistent with what you are wanting for yourself. Stay consistent and adhere to whatever decision you are making, because that is what's going to help you through this situation now. Okay. Now, we're going to go on over to Kyanites. Alright, Kyanites. Resolving disputes, diplomacy, restoring harmony, mending fences, and building bridges. Harmony means that even though we are all different, we can blend our unique voices to create an ethereal chorus that uplifts us all. Kyanite Spirit's message is that now is an excellent time for fixing those sour notes that have appeared, resolving any disputes, and healing any rifts for the good of all. Although we each have our own ways, we can learn so much and gain tremendous support when we let go of our rigid my way or the highway attitude, recognizing that we are all imperfect. Looking for our commonalities can steady us when we're feeling a bit shaky. Tune into others and work towards harmony. You will find yourself growing and becoming stronger as a result. At this time, honesty is required. Be willing to look more clearly at others, your situation, and yourself so that you can find ways to work together and find common ground if possible. So Spirit is saying that, to me, what I'm getting from this is that at the end of the day, if you're in a situation where you know that by coming together and actually seeing the truth for what it is, that there could potentially be a way for you to resolve the issue. However, if you know that this is tried and you've tried doing it for so long and it's not working, Spirit is letting you know to leave. Okay? Do not keep yourself in a situation where you're beating a dead horse. The horse is not going to come back to life. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and go over to Motivite. Motivite seems to be really intense, by the way. I just heard something about clarity, more clarity is needed. Okay, so we're gonna go Motivite. Transformation, rebirth through fire, initiation and opening to new experiences, revitalization and renewal. New doors open and you cross the threshold. It can be exhilarating to know that you are stepping out of the old and into a new self, ready for the unexpected gifts that come with this initiation. Motivate Spirit's message is to know that as you walk through an open door, you're being reborn in a sense, for you will be different once you have made a conscious choice to say goodbye to what was. Wow! You see what I'm saying? I love it. Rebirth always involves tension and struggle. Crystals can only form if there is plenty of pressure to change. If you are frustrated or uncomfortable, know that relief is on the way. So just focus on what is happening as a better tomorrow begins to reveal itself. Your passage into the new is assured, so be present, be open, be ready for healing to take place. This new experience requires a new you, in a sense. A you that recognizes that you belong here, that you truly can let go of the old. You are so loved, and the conscious universe is so proud of you. I love that. I love that. Relationship message. As you transition to a new you, you will become part of a new group of people. For you are having new experiences that differ from those that came before. Old friends will be there for you, but new ones will appear, drawn to your vibration, which resonates with theirs. Although you are being initiated into a new experience, you will not be alone, so leave your fears at the door. Your community will find you, and you will know that you belong as they embrace you as one of their own. You will feel the love as you adjust to your new role, confident in the potential of those you care about coming along with you. Encourage them to believe that they too can let go of the past and transition into something better. So there is the message for you as far as Moldavite is concerned. I do also feel intuitively that this is definitely a space where, again, you're definitely moving on to something different. The last message that I do want to give you is that all of your pain and all of your suffering, the things that you went through, is actually preparing you to step up and become some type of leader of some sort. I think I'm hearing something about like a rite of passage. There's some type of ritual or ceremony that you may want to do in order to help you transition into elderhood, or for you to become someone who is of counsel and of guidance. Okay? That's the last message that I have for Cancer. Oh my goodness, that was a long reading. I love it though. I love it. Well, that wasn't really long, but whatever. Okay, so Cancer, I love you guys so much. Okay, you have my support. You have my love. You have what you need from me, as long as I'm able to give it. Okay. If you need anything from me, you guys can visit me online at magicofeden.com. You are also more than welcome to hold my hand as we journey home over at Magic of Eden on Instagram. And I love you again. I hope that you have a beautiful evening, and I will see you in my next video.